Very unique, very unique. Inside the pocket, he can shred you. He can make all the throws. And then to think that such a good passer, you would think that get him out the pocket, damper him or put some type of uneasiness about him. But no, he's very comfortable outside the pocket as well. And the way the scheme is built, that those receivers take off vertically towards the end zone, and he becomes a lot more dangerous when he does that.
You have to rush him differently because you don't want to let him go out of the pocket, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, just what I just said about his escapability and his ability to scramble and extend the play. You got to be able to account for that. And you got to cover the receivers for an extra 2 to 3 seconds, which is nightmare for DBs.
Nobody's been able to do it for the last month and a half, 2 months. You guys have the defense to stop him?
I believe so. We're very strong on the back end. We have 2, Pro Bowl, all-pro corners. Eli Apple's doing a really good job. Trevin Wade as well. We got guys in the back end that's smart, landing, making a lot of plays, and also we got guys up front who's capable enough to get to the passer, and rush the passer as well.
You guys do not have on defense a lot of playoff experience. You do, but nobody on the defensive line played in the playoff game. I mean, is that going to be a factor? Do you think? I mean, they said the speed of the game and everything.
Maybe. We will see. Sunday night we will see after the game. But I feel like the character that we have in the locker room, especially on the defensive side of the ball, the guys that I see day in and day out, the guys I see, away from the facility, there's no question about it. About are the guys going to be prepared? Are the guys going to be ready? Are the guys going to be ready for the speed? There's no question in my mind about it.
What would be your message to those guys?
Well, work as hard as you can this week. Prepare like you've never prepared before. Leave no stone unturned. If you got to cut communication off between your family and you, then so be it. This is it. We got 1 week or 5 weeks. That's how I look at it. And you put everything into it because this is what we all wanted to do in the beginning. This is why we play the game, to get into this tournament. To get to the Super Bowl.
For all the talent that Rodgers had last time you played him, they were effective against you on the ground. Is there something that you can do to make sure that you stay disciplined when he does extend those plays or not overcommit to the pass?
Well, I know for sure we're going to be having scramble drills in practice where we're kind of practicing where receivers will take off after 3 to 4 seconds. The quarterback breaks the pocket and take off vertically, and also run an additional route after the route that they originally ran after he scrambles. And that's something that I feel like definitely should be practiced. I think we're going to do a good job at that. We did it the first time, and then be a little more detailed on it. Because it's almost a second play when he breaks the scramble. It's almost a second play during the play. It's like an audible almost, and that has to be accounted for.
And when it comes to the run game, I mean, Ty Montgomery's been really effective for them as of late. How do you deal with that additional threat?
Well, we got to be detailed. Last time we played those guys, Eddie Lacy had a good cutback a game against us. Where several times he cut the ball back. We set the edge. He cut the ball back, and guys missed a couple tackles. And same thing with Montgomery. He did a really good job running against Chicago. He broke a lot of tackles. People want to call him a receiver. He's a receiver at one point, but he's a running back. The way he's built, the way he runs the ball, the only thing that says receiver about him is his number. That's it.
They look any different to you as a team? Obviously, their offense is playing at a much higher level, it seems.
I believe so. When you got the potential the best player in the NFL, Aaron Rodgers. For the last 5 or 6 years, playing the way he's playing, he's going to present problems. So they're definitely a better team because I feel like he's playing at a better level. He's playing at a higher level than he did at the beginning of the season.
JC, you've been around a lot of talented guys. You were with Landon last year. Can you describe the jump that he's made as a player and where he is right now?
Yeah, it's a huge mental leap for him. It was all mental. I feel like last year, it wasn't that he didn't have a high football IQ because he does, but it was we gave him everything. We gave him the whole playbook, and you got to call the defense. You got to be the one doing it. You got to be the one calling it. That's very tough for anybody. First year on any defense. Now you got a first year player coming into the league with a complicated defense. I would say in Spagnuolo's defense, and him getting the reins of it. It was very difficult for him to do, and I think we've seen some maybe a little bit slower development than we wanted to see because it was so much on his plate. But then you come in this year and you see what type of person, the type of player he is because he has it down pat and he's not thinking once or twice about it. And that's a tribute to him. He studied the game. He studied, not only the defense, but he studied the game of football. He watched a lot of film. Brandon Merriweather and Craig Dahl, they helped him a lot last year. And then also this year as well, coming into this game, Darian Thompson, Nat Burhe, the younger safeties, they all got together and put a lot of OT in.
How would you describe the impact of snacks into to your run defense from last year to this year? You could put into words.
I mean, phenomenal. I mean, the guy's a beast. He's a one-man show. I mean, I bust my butt off. I think I ended with 90-something tackles, and I think he's right behind me at defensive tackle. I've never seen a defensive tackle have more than 50 tackles in a year, and he's done it several times in his career when he's had over 80 tackles. I mean, that's unbelievable.
Did you know much about him before he got here? I mean,
I knew he was a run stopper. You know, I knew of this nickname, Snacks, but I didn't know that, you know, he doesn't eat just like popcorn and chips and stuff, but he eats running backs and offensive linemen and quarterbacks. You know, I didn't know that. You know, I thought it was like snacks, actual players. He eat players during the game. It's crazy.
If you guys are going to make a run to the Super Bowl, you're going to have to do it on the road. Giants have done that before in the past. Can you talk about how you guys can come together and make that run away from home?
Well, that's a good question. You know, it was a good game for us against Washington to go out there and play a team like that, you know, fighting for their whole season on the line and you know, their playoff destiny. And, you know, we got their shot. You know, it was a little one-sided in the beginning, and then it came up to be a game like everybody would have thought it would have been, and ended up being, you know, 1 or 2 possession game at the end of the game. And I think that right there is going to help us and give us some momentum and to be prepared about what we're going to face. You know, I mean, you can't replicate 10 degrees. You can't do that, you know, and you can't replicate playing against a guy like Aaron Rodgers as well. So good thing that we've played up there before this year, and we've had some experience against them. And, you know, it's going to be a road. You know, it's going to be a long journey to get to where we want to get to, and it's going to be away from MetLife, away from New Jersey. But I think we're ready for it.
Jonathan, Cook was not there when you guys played them in Green Bay. He is an important tight end to their offense. How much of a factor can he be, being that Rodgers does spread the ball around everybody?
When you have a tight end that can stretch the field out, it adds an extra element for the quarterback. And a guy like that, you know, we've seen it, the different teams, you know, Tom Brady having Gronk and, you know, guys like, you know, that can help him out, and then the other tight end, Bennett, as well. You know, tight ends create problems for the people inside, like myself and safeties and Landon. And, you know, he's a vertical threat. He's been a good receiver since he's been in the NFL. And having them back adds an extra element. But I'm sure we'll have, you know, somewhere where we can help take care of him.
When you turn on the film in the meeting room and you have that Rodgers scramble play against Detroit, what's the reaction like when you guys watch that?
I mean, I've watched a lot of football. I watch Aaron Rodgers play. I've seen him do it. You know, I've seen him do the Hail Marys. I've seen him, you know, scramble to the left and scramble back to the right and throw a 60-yard dart down the field. You know, I've seen it all. You know, so you got to be prepared for everything with this guy. You know, he's the best of the best. You know, top tier guy. You know, he's gonna come ready to play no matter what type of scheme we have for him. You know, what type of plays we have. We hit him, we sack him, whatever it is. End of the game, fourth quarter, he's going to try to make that play to win the game, whether it's a scramble, getting out of a sack, or extend the play, a flip, you know, a behind the back pass. I don't know. The guy has it all. He can do it all. And, you know, we really got to be on our A game, especially when he extends the play.
You're a leader of this team. How much do you care when you see guys on Monday of a playoff game?
Is that the last question? We waited till the last question. You know what? I'm so happy and proud of you guys. We waited till the last question to ask you that.
It took a lot for me to wait that long.
I mean, well, you know what? To be honest, I mean, like, it was an off day. You know, they had the luxury of going, you know, to another state to you know, enjoy it and celebrate it. We just made it to the playoffs. You know, I mean, there's no one saying that no one cannot travel anywhere. You know, and I'm pretty sure it was probably somebody else, other people that were up the same time, just in another state. You know what I'm saying? And it just sucks that, I mean, those guys get so much attention for I guess, negative things, and I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with it. I mean, they didn't break any rules.
Would you do it though?
You know, I wouldn't do it. I mean, but you know, everybody's different. If I got an invite, you know, maybe, you know, but I didn't get no invite. So, you know, I like Justin Bieber. You know, Justin Bieber's cool. You know, but I mean, it is what it is. Those guys are here at work today, ready to go. You know, full of energy. You know, so I mean, you know, touche to them.